Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a box fight arena in your very own creative training island. This is the first video in a series of videos that I plan on making, and all these videos I'll be making different things that help you train. For example, in one of them I'm going to make a target practice course, in another one I'm going to make a tunneling practice. But this one, I'm going to be making a box fight arena kind of course. This course will help you with editing, quick edits. It'll also help you with your shotgun aim to get perfect shots. Also, it's a really good thing to have in your kind of warm-up world. Before you go into a match, you need to get warmed up, and this is very essential to get you ready for any box fights or anything like that. Alright guys, let's get on with the tutorial. So the first thing that you're gonna do is make a brand new world. I called mine training tutorial, but because it's a tutorial and it's a training island to help you get better at stuff, so I'm just gonna drop in. As you can see, I made it just this big open island. I didn't pick anything too specific. I'm gonna change the settings, that way time of day is easier to see. There we go. Now it's nice and bright. And I put a little pyramid to mark the very center. To do that, you just, when you first start your island, your marker will be in the very center, so you just place the pyramid where your marker shows. And the way I'm gonna build this is I'm gonna actually go up like 5 or so blocks. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just eyeballing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 blocks. And we're gonna place one right there. And we're basically gonna build a huge platform on where this place is gonna stand. Because a lot of the kind of things that we're gonna build, the little units, the training units, I'll show y'all what it looks like in a second. But a lot of those need underground space to work, so let's not make it out of wood, let's make it out of something different. So I just went into the obstacle course. It's in galleries. There's a ton of different options, and I'm choosing the green one because why not? Alright, so we have green. What type of green is this? Okay, so this is green with blue on the bottom. I'm gonna pick this green and I'm going to place it around. And you don't have to place it, it's up to you guys, but I'm just gonna build this platform pretty big. Y'all can build it however big you want. But I'm just gonna keep note of where the spawn pad is, or where the center is. That way I'm gonna put a spawn pad. And where are the spawn pads? Right there, player spawn. So grab a few of those, and also grab a team inventory. Alright, so let's place the player spawns just kind of around. Alright. Now the team inventory. And for guns, I'm just gonna put in a blue pump, which is right there. And there's a lot of cool reskins of the guns with the Chapter 2 update. And the assault rifle, the SCAR. Also, let's change the ammo to infinite. And you could even do where is it? Towards the bottom, instant reload. It actually basically makes your gun reload instantly. For example, if I were to get a sniper, I'd shoot it and it's automatically wait. I think I have to instant reload. Oh yeah, I have to be in the game for it to work. But basically it'll just reload your guns instantly. So that's what that does. Alright. Now that we have some of the basics set up, let's just build a massive platform. Alright guys, so I basically built a pretty big platform here, and I kind of want to fill in this whole area with platform, or just floor, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be a lot harder if we're just placing one block at a time. So if you get a kind of, what is this, like 6 by... I think that's 6, yeah, 6 by 6. So basically we're just placing a lot more blocks at a time. So it'll be easier to build. And I will check back in with you guys when I'm done with this. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have a pretty big platform built around our spawn areas. Now it's kind of uneven, but I'll fix that in a little bit. I just want to show y'all a basic idea of what we're trying to do. Now the island that I made that I probably showed y'all, probably saw a little bit of it in the beginning of the video. It covers the entire map, but for this tutorial I'm just gonna show like a small portion because you don't need to see the entire thing. So yeah, let's get on with the first part, which will be the actual shotgun box fighting thing itself. So we're gonna want to bring some stuff to the surface with us. If we just cut a little hole, yeah, there we go. Perfect. And we're gonna grab right here. This one has blue on the back, so it'll fit with the theme better. So we got that. Also, we need to get some ramps like this. And after we get these ramps, we're also gonna use somewhere right there, these little triangle pieces. That's probably not what they're called, but that's what they look like. So this is just the basic of what we need for now. And now we're gonna start building the actual arena itself. So grab your little ramp, and we're gonna go out a few blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Let's just place a ramp there for a second because I accidentally dropped it. Okay, there we go. So we got our ramp. That's where the player is gonna run up to go to the little decking area and fight all the sentry turrets. And it's gonna be a completely automated design, remember, so it'll reset itself, which is why we need it raised up off the ground just a little bit. Okay, so we have this. Don't worry about filling this whole part in because it needs to be easily accessible. Also, let's cut a small hole right here and do this. There we go. So now we have our top story, the story where all the RPG robots are gonna go, and this where a lot of the triggers and other things are gonna be going. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, now we're going to place a player checkpoint right there. It's in the devices tab. And place it right in the center. Actually, let's make it face this direction to where the tail is at the back. That way it faces that way. And visible during game, no. Yes, I guess that's all of it. Yeah, that's all of it for now. That's all of it. We'll come back later, but for now that is perfect. Next, grab some sentries, and we're gonna need 8 of these guys. So 1, make sure they're all facing towards the middle, and if you're not sure which way, this is the tail. That's the best way to remember it, is this is the tail, so that means the head is facing this way. So as long as you follow that basic rule, right? And all these doesn't really like matter, I guess. You could have them facing inward a little bit because you can't make it face diagonal, so just make it face like closest inward. Don't make them like face out here because that'll actually matter. Okay, now let's get to work on these sentries. And actually, before we start the sentries, let's go into devices, grab a trigger, grab a music sequencer. Alright, that should be all for now. I figured it'd be easier if we work on this part first. So let's turn on grid snap, that way our rotations are perfect and not off axis at all. even though it looks off-axis. Let's change this to when trigger transmit on channel 1. Alright, that is channel 1. Next, we are going to go down below and place a music sequencer. So we have that right there, music sequencer. This will turn on start sequence with channel 1. Okay, perfect. Let's make it like 2, actually 3. 3 should be good. Let's build out our little platform where all our circuitry is going on. And yeah, okay, that should be good. And oh, why is it purple? It's not supposed to be purple. It's supposed to look like this. If yours looked like the purple one, copy and paste it. It's just like a bug that they haven't fixed yet. It's supposed to look this whitish bluish color. Okay. And next we're going to get another trigger, and we're gonna set it to 2. Alright, and trigger transmit on 2. We're gonna hit disable when receiving from. Oh yeah, I'll do that in a second. Not yet. Enable when receiving from 1. Okay. Enable on minigame start disabled. And yeah, so that is that one. We're gonna resize it a little bit to where it's just huge. We want it to take up a decent, whoa, where'd it go? Decent amount of space. I guess I should make the height not as tall. Put the height down a little, guys. We want it to be like not super fat of a trigger. That's a really big trigger, but it's not like supposed to be a super fat trigger. Okay, so enable on minigame start, disable, enable when receiving from 1, and when trigger transmit on 2. And I kind of just realized, wow, FPS. We need to change this to 2, because I had this set to 1, and it's not supposed to do that. Okay, there we go. Next, let's go up to the top, and let's change all these sentries, go to the very bottom, where it says spawn when receiving from, and we're going to change that to 2. And we're going to change spawn on minigame start to no. So we'll change this to no, then 2, no, then 2, change this to no, then 2, change this to no, then 2, and just keep doing this. Alright, that is all of them. Next, we have to customize these guys, these spawners, and make sure that they all have shotguns, because if you click on them right now, it'll say pistol, and I guess you could have pistols, but let's just do shotguns. So I guess I'll start with this one, and change it to shotgun, change it to full shield, never respawn, so just leave that, range, close, accuracy, dead shot. Well, that's what I used in mine, but if y'all are like, for example, you're like, oh, I'm not that good at box fighting, you might want to just change it to moderate or high. But if you're like, I really want to get good quick, change it to dead shot, so that way it's basically just making them harder. It's like the difficulty level. You could have it on low difficulty or high or like really high difficulty. So I'm gonna put all mine on dead shot. Proximity style, definitely turn this on line of sight. If it's on the target style, if it's on proximity, it's bad, so leave it on line of sight. Don't worry about adaptive aim. And yeah, so I'll do that a few more times to make sure y'all got it. So let's change it to shotgun, full shield, accuracy, dead shot, and line of sight, target style. And let's do that a few more times just so y'all will remember. And y'all can pause the video if you ever feel like you forgot what I said. So shotgun, full shield, accuracy, dead shot, and line of sight. So let's go do that for all of them. Alright, so that is all of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be all. And if I missed one, I'll definitely notice when I'm testing this out. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is make it look a little bit nicer and slightly more functional by placing these around the edges. So like I'll have one like right there, and I could mirror it, that way it's like pointing inward. And these, it doesn't, there's really no way you could make it, so you just have them running around the edges. Alright, so we have a nice barrier. And you may think, oh, it's not that, it doesn't look that nice. Trust me, you need it, because if you're building, and for example, if these weren't here, frick, I didn't mean to do that, don't do that. If these weren't there, I'd place a wall out there, like if I'm trying to box up, I might accidentally place a wall out there and just get shotgunned in the face. If these are there, oh, they need to fix the hitboxes. If these are there, then my box is going to be perfect, no matter what. So it's really good for just practicing getting that box down. I'm going to have to replace that sentry. Hopefully y'all didn't make the same mistake as me. I'll fix it really quickly. Okay. So I think that's good. That should be good. Next thing I want to mention is if you want a slightly more intense game, which, you know, so far I've showed you that you could change it to Deadshot and all that. If you want a slightly more intense game, leave this one in the very corner, or as many as you want, but I think just leave the corner ones. Proximity instead of line of sight, proximity, and go up to the top and change it to pistol. So this one will have a pistol, and instead of shooting when he sees me, he shoots when I'm close, which is, I'm going to be right there in the center, boxed up. So he'll be constantly shooting, basically. And I'm going to do that with this one as well, so I'm going to change it to pistol, and I'm going to change it to proximity. Because I'm trying to make a realistic box up, so if I'm just sitting here, editing, shotgun, edit, shotgun, it's not really realistic. There has to be somebody shooting at me to make it realistic. So it's like, oh, I gotta build my wall, this pistol's shooting at me, oh, this pistol's shooting at me. You know, you want to make it as realistic as possible. So I keep deleting that. I don't know why. It's like the hitboxes are crazy on it. Anyways, that's basically just an added bonus. In my opinion, it's really nice to have that, because it simulates someone's actually shooting at you and trying to get into your wall instead of just waiting for you to peek your head out. Because obviously sometimes people will wait for you to peek your head out, but more often than not they're going to try to break that wall. And this corner right here, and right here, they're both still on shotgun and line of sight. These two are on pistol and proximity. So you could like change, for example, all the corners into proximity and pistol, or like all the middles. It's totally up to you guys. It's really customizable, but I just, you know, suggest leaving two things constantly shooting at you. That way you're practicing building against, not just editing and shooting. Alright, so that is the first part of the game, and I'll show y'all how it works since I already have some spawn pads set up here. I will start the game, and let's see just what we have built so far. Alright, so there it is, and since I had a team inventory, it gave me whatever gun that I put in there, which was the pump and the shotgun. I mean, the pump is the shotgun. The pump and the AR. And if you see I step on this, the player checkpoint worked, but this trigger didn't work. So, you see how they're not fighting me? So the way this is supposed to work, I'm supposed to run into this, run into the very center, box in as fast as I can, and just start fighting. Just like that, you know. So I'm gonna demonstrate to y'all what that looks like. Cause like, for example, sometimes my friends will like, what? I don't get it. Do I place a box here or here? So I'm just telling y'all how it works, alright? I'm gonna press this. Alright, I'm gonna run in the center, get my walls out. They all spawned. Oh, frick. Y'all are gonna see some, you know, not the best gameplay here because I haven't... I'm not ready. I haven't warmed up at all. I just got on and started making a tutorial. I also forgot to turn on keep inventory. How is that not a full headshot? Okay, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna straight up run away from these guys. Because I don't feel like fighting them. Okay. I'm just gonna end the game right there, alright guys? I'm just gonna end the game. Because first of all, I didn't have full shield, like I forgot to put full shield on. Second of all, I forgot to have keep inventory. Third of all, I forgot to make that trigger go, like, not be visible. So come over here and it'll say, visible in game, off. Times can trigger, leave it on 1, but leave the reset delay on 2 and make it to where it's disabled when receiving from 2. So that way, when I step on this, it'll make it to where I can't step on it again until the whole game is over and I start back on. Because this is what spawns the robots. And if I'm stepping on this and constantly spawning them, even like if I kill one, it's just gonna spawn it back. So that's what that's for. And if I could get under to this checkpoint, yeah, there we go. Reset inventory, no. Enable at game start, I'm gonna set that to no, because we want it to enable when receiving from 1 and disable. Well, we don't want it to worry about the disable first. I mean, right now, so let's just leave it like that. Alright, next we want to go ahead and change a few things. For example, the starting shields should probably be on 100. Go towards the bottom-ish, somewhere down here. Oh, keep items when eliminated. Keep. Let's change the respawn time to 1 second. That way, we're not sitting there waiting to respawn. Alright, spawn immunity. You could leave it on whatever. Alright, so I fixed some of the settings, you know, most of the settings. Next, we're just gonna work on the game itself, okay? So let's go down here, and we're gonna change when eliminated, transmit on, and we're gonna select 3, okay? Let's go to this one, say when eliminated, transmit on, turn it to 3, and we're gonna do it with all of them. So that way, whenever one gets, whenever I kill one of these sentries, it will transmit channel number 3. And whoops, I accidentally set that to 2. It will transmit on channel number 3, and there will be a trigger monitoring how many times it's transmitted. In other words, how many sentries I've killed, because there's only 8. So it'll wait for me to kill 8, and once I kill 8 sentries, it will basically say, okay, the game is finished, or not the game is finished, but this mini game is finished, and now it is time to restart. That's what it's gonna do. And I don't know why I set this to 1, then I said change it to 2. Okay, let's change it to 3, and let's keep it at that. Let's hopefully I don't accidentally tell y'all something else. Okay, let's change the length to normal and the height to 1/2, because I think it's like annoying if it's going through the ceiling. You won't notice it because it'll just go through this ceiling. You won't notice it, but it's whatever. Don't worry about the tempo or looping or whatever. Don't worry about it. And next, we're going to grab us a trigger. And there's a trigger right here. And this trigger, we're just going to place it right there. Doesn't really matter that much. We're going to hit transmit every X triggers. Set that to 8. Because remember, there's 8. So, you know. So if this music sequencer, every time a sentry dies, this will fire. And every time that happens, it will hit this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once this hits the 8th time, then it will finally realize, oh, I'm supposed to trigger number 4, which is what I typed in the bottom. When trigger transmit on channel 4. And I'm pretty sure everything else, yeah, everything else looks pretty normal. So that's how that works. And channel 4 will do its own whole thing. So let's get another music sequencer out. Alright. This will start when receiving from channel 4, this music sequencer, and it will trigger in channel 5. And let's reset this to 1, and this will trigger channel 5. And 5 will spawn the it'll spawn the RPG robots. That way they shoot upward, and since you're in a 1x1 like this, it'll shoot upward, break your 1x1, and basically resetting your game. So you could like be really lazy and say, oh, I want something to break my 1x1, I don't want to break it, but because I think it like looks cooler. Let's change this height to 1/2 so it looks nicer, and let's change the length to like 3. Okay, and next we're going to grab trigger 3, and trigger 3 is, why did I say 3? Trigger 6. Change this to trigger 6 right here. I don't know why I said 3. And 6 will basically activate a thing that kills all the RPG robots that will be shooting at you. So let's plunk down some RPG robots. Have them like this, so they're all basically facing the center, if you can see that. And let's change it to rocket launcher. Don't worry about their health or shield because it doesn't matter. Let's go to the bottom, make sure it does not spawn on minigame start, make sure its proximity is on low, and its accuracy is dead shot. And spawn when receiving from 5. And let's do that to all of them. So I'll go through it again. So accuracy, dead shot, proximity, leave it on. Don't spawn on minigame start. Spawn when receiving from 5 only. Let's go to the next one. Proximity, dead shot. Don't spawn on start. Spawn on 5. Accuracy, dead shot, proximity. Spawn on minigame start, no, only on 5. And that should be it? Question mark? Did I do this one already? Yeah. Alright, let's grab ourselves a damage volume and place it right there. Let's change the height to 1/2 because there is a small chance that it'll actually like poke through the floor and hit us. It doesn't happen often. It's like very weird. Like if you crouch and stuff, it'll think that you're underneath when you're actually not underneath, but if we just make it 1/2, it'll still kill all these sentries, it just won't hurt us, alright? So zone visible does not matter at all. Let's change the depth and width to 2, that way it hits every sentry. Yeah, that should be good. And where is it? Oh, enable the game start note, enable when receiving from 5, and disable when receiving from 6. So let me walk through this. I'm gonna press this. This is channel 1. Channel 1 will make this checkpoint thing able to be used. It will make this trigger able to be used. I'll stand on here, activate the checkpoint. So I'll only spawn here, activate the trigger, which will spawn all the things. So that way, if I die from the sentry, I'll respawn right there because the checkpoint is working. I'll kill all of them eventually, right? And once they all die, they'll each transmit, every time one of them dies, it'll transmit, I think, 3. And 3 hits this 8 different times, and on the 8th time, 4 will trigger, 4 will turn on 5, 5 will trigger the RPGs, they'll shoot up at you 1 time, and eventually it'll hit 6, and 6 will turn on this, what's it called? Damage volume, and that will kill all the RPG robots, so they can't fight you anymore. And then you'll be free to run over here and start the game again. So let's change this to enable when receiving from 6 and disable when receiving from 1, so it basically turns itself off. And let's also make this checkpoint player checkpoint disable when receiving from 6. That way you're able to walk away from it and hit respawn and not spawn there. Okay, so there is a lot of exposed stuff, but that doesn't really matter. We're just gonna play the game. Hopefully I do better. I did not do very good. I usually do better. I hope y'all believe me. I usually do better than that. One thing that we can do is place a door right at the front of it. That way, we're not... Remember how earlier I was talking to y'all about how when you're boxing up, you might accidentally, like, place a wall over there, like I just did. So that will... It lets us walk through, but it doesn't let us place a wall there. It makes it to where we have to place walls here, no matter how hard we try. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's actually play the game. So I spawn here. I have my guns all ready. And let's get ready to start. So I press this. That means I'm ready. I'll stand here, build up, build up. Oh, shoot. I forgot they're gonna be shooting at me. I'm not sure which one to go for. Okay, there's one. Oh, frick. I'm screwed. Okay, I killed one. Oh, frick. It's not as easy as y'all think. I hope y'all don't think I'm a noob. Okay, I'm good. Oh, frick. That's a bad idea. Frick. I should have... Oh, that's one thing I forgot to do. I was gonna set the pistols, the pistol guys, I was gonna set their health slightly lower than 200. It's fine, I'll change it. Yeah, it's supposed to be on 100, not 200 health in total. But that's fine, I'll eventually kill him, right? There we go. And that, I think we have another one. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage. Whoa, it didn't shoot. Okay, here we go. Wait, there's one right here. I'm not sure why he wasn't shooting at me. I think that's a bug. Alright, 3, 2, 1, fight! I couldn't get my gun out in time. GG. Got eliminated by a sentry. Okay, finally. I finally killed them all. The RPG spawned, they're shooting at me. They, oh shoot. Huh. Well, that's something I should have accounted for. Is that you could break the map. Oh, I have to do that whole thing again now. Okay. Well, that's a valuable lesson learned. Gotta change the health on the pistol guys in the corner because it's kind of hard to hit them because they're all the way in the corner. So let's change these guys to no shield. This guy to no shield. Even though he has a shotgun, I still want it on no shield. It's up to y'all. Y'all could leave it on whatever, but I just... You know, I'm not the best box fighter, so I'm gonna put it on what I want to. Next, I forgot to put no damage to environments. Let's go down to where it says... environment damage. Off. There we go. Now we're good. And now that we've fixed that, and I'm pretty sure the game is fully working, well, I'm pretty sure it will work, I'm gonna actually close this off and make it look nicer. Ah, perfect. Okay. So even though that whole test run was basically a fail because it didn't reset properly because I forgot to turn off that environment damage, it's fine. I'll eventually get to show you all that it works. Okay, so we got our guns, as usual. And we're just gonna press this. And we're gonna step on the center, box up. I swear that should be a 200. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh frick, I didn't even notice the sentry had broken the wall. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, I killed 2 of them, and I did a lot of damage to some of them. So just need to finish some off, basically. Yeah, you only have 100 health. You can't beat me that easily. What the? 9? 9 damage! Whoops. Totally missed my shot there. Let's get the final kill. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Okay, all the RPG bots have spawned. Yes. And they all died because the damage volume. See, on my map you can't see them anymore. They normally pop up. And, well, I can't show you, but they all died. And basically the game is ready to do again. So let's do that again, just one more time to show y'all that it works. Press that button. Stand on the center. No, reset please. I just had to go for it. Oh, okay. The pistol guy locked onto me. Okay. That definitely should have been a 200, but okay. Whoa. Okay, well, I'm getting kills, but I'm also getting killed, so let's try to do better. Let's just kill these pistol guys. There we go. Oh, well, you broke my wall before I could close the window. I think this will be my last time that I die. Up. And one more. No! Yes! 13 health. The RPG shoot, reset it, and they die. That way I could go play this nightmarish game again. Up, okay. I'm just gonna... I already played a few times. I hope y'all already get the basic idea that this does actually work. And you could keep playing it infinite amount of times. It's really cool. So yeah, guys, that's the tutorial. It's basically, that's the whole thing. It's a nice little box fighting ring. It even looks like a ring because it's like kind of built up. It even has like the little things right there. Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said earlier, there will be multiple parts. I'll basically be putting something over there, something over there, something over there. Y'all will have to stay tuned, but I will be filling this whole island with tons of different training practice things that will help y'all get better. That way you can have a world that you just drop in and warm up real quick, and then you're ready for the next game. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!